Okay, recording this. I'm going to come back to the beginning of this object in the chair in 1-point perspective. If you have to practice just, similar to like that, the first just like intro assignment of just drawing, just drawing simple forms in perspective and just practicing applying perspective accurately. Just do it. If I would just sit here and just decide like I'm going to noodle around and vanishing point, horizon line, vanishing point, and then corners. There, keep this one light because it's covered up, and then vertical. There. Practice. Demonstrate to yourself that you remember how to do it. All right, so the front here, like the front of the chair here, if I turn this in 1-point perspective, it's going to look like that. I'm going to approximate like the corner of this. I'll just say this is the depth of the front. The depth of the back, I want to make sure that it's foreshortened appropriately so that it doesn't look like the seat is so deep that it is, like just, you like would kind of like fall backwards if you tried sitting in it. So here, from the sides of this initial rectangle, the corners to there, vertical, I'm going to approximate that there. There. Straight down from here, corners up to the vanishing point, maybe the back of the base right there. So that's, it's kind of helpful. I can just kind of knock this out as just this sort of like spindly line drawing. The foreshort, like showing where this kind of overlaps a little bit. You're going to round the bottom of that front. Like you don't keep it as like a sharp corner because that's not what that tube of steel would look like from the front. It would look like it's a little rounded on the bottom. That's got to come down in front of that. And there. I just heard a noise. I'm going to have to go and investigate that. Give me just a second. Okay. All right, I think that was Dennis jumping down from the top of a bookshelf onto the radiator cover. And there he goes. All right, get this a little larger. All right, so with the 1-point drawing, I am not using the vanishing points for the 2-point. I'm just using the one right there. Boop. Oh, you nut. I don't want this to be too... So for me, looking at this, I'm... I want to make sure that I look at the proportions about right. The chair will probably not look exactly the same from the front as it looks from an angle. And that's, you know, like this as a base drawing of that chair in 1 point perspective, this is good. You know, as I did with this one, I would come in and tighten up detail and just try to show like little bits, like there should be probably a little bit of a see a difference between like the frame, because this as the cylinder, this like steel tube goes vertical, and then right here it seems to curve and goes underneath the seat. This is like going to the vanishing point. Let me see what my yeah, pretty good. I'm going to show the frame of the back kind of push out a little bit from the steel frame that comes up behind the seat. And I also need to show there's a little bit of a curve to the back. Good. Not bad. So again, I do want you to make sure you are good. Let's cross here. And I'll come in and clean up that. I'm going to move over to all right here. And the chair over here. Let's see, so don't use this. So remember, don't use that vanishing point if you're doing 2 point over here. You're doing like another one like that. I think I might bring it a little farther over and make sure that it is absolutely clear that I have a vertical. There. And this comes down, like this is closer to me in terms of depth than that one there. So like if I try to bring like this corner straight over, I'm going to make it a little tall. So I'm going to have to just drop the, you know, as it comes closer to me, it's going to seem to get lower in the drawing. And since I don't know for sure what all of it will or should look like, I'm going to just first, I might even just sketch like this cube here that is the base. That's too tall. All right. Okay. That is okay. Yeah, that's okay. So again, I would come back and try to refine this. And I will refine it. There. Just curve that. There. And this is something where it can just be challenging, trying to get the curve of the back of the seat, because the front is more of a corner, the back is a curve. You really just have to do your best to make it look like this chair. I think this is too much. See, I have too much space. I've got that too close. Actually, I have that too tall. Yeah, get you out of there. I want to try to approximate like how much space is between the seat and the bottom of the seat back. Yeah, and that should be a little bigger there. Sometimes, it's still like I draw something in perspective and it's correct in terms of perspective, but sometimes it's hard to believe it. But, don't deny perspective. It can help you. It will help you. There. Better. Yeah, this is challenging at times, for sure. Try to get my hand out of the way. I'm doing that. A little bit larger there. So here, I'm going to draw the side of the frame clearly. And that's not in the right spot because this comes up just a little like to there and behind it. So that means I'm going to have to, this will be the back edge, this comes forward. That is a really short edge that goes to the vanishing point. And another one. Okay, that is, I need to keep that from going too deep in space. So like this surface here, so foreshortening is what happens here when I see this turned at an angle. In reality, it's this wide, but when you turn it, it compresses in space, and then it looks like that. So that's what foreshortening is. Okay. There, let's see. That's my set of drawings. That's not bad. I still have a little bit of work to do. I might want to make this a little farther out here. Yeah. So does this seem logical, what I did with the different views of the chair?
Yes.
Are any of you working on it right now? Well, if you are working on it, I would like you to work on it, but if you are working on it, does it, I don't know, I'm curious to see what you're doing.
Hello, welcome to our tutors.
Hello.
I'm starting to work on it a little bit, the rotated one on the right. And for some reason, the top part of my chair looks very like it looks very angled, I guess.
Okay.
I'm saying that right, but
Se
can I
ve,
show you?
Yes.
bueno, se ve como fuchsia. Y yo digo que la azul sería también.
All right.
Era el color que, ya, si lo pones muy en la capa muy ligera, pues salga un color muy clarito de.
Okay, Annie, come. Let's see. If you are ready.
Do you see it?
No.
Oh. Oh wait, hold on.
There you go. Okay, good. So your yeah, I think the height of it it should be taller.
Okay.
And
So this line should come down more.
I think that that one's still a little early on in its I think that like the back looks okay. I think the depth of it needs a little like yeah, I think that like if that's like the shape of the back of the chair, it's too far back in space. But I would make the vertical like about half the depth.
Okay, I'll try that.
Okay, good. And like yeah, just and the 1 point view, make the legs taller.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Great. Good. Anyone else?
I was working on it too. I started the 2 point perspective one, which I kind of like better because the one that the second one you did was kind of harder to do, I think, for me.
Is that Elena or Alina speaking?
Angelina. Hello?
It's okay. So if you would like me to see it, you'll turn on your camera, hold your drawing up to the camera.
Okay, 1 second. Can you see me?
I cannot. There you go.
Okay. So I did, this is the second one you did with the
Yes.
first perspective.
Yep.
I just feel like the seat, it looks weird. I don't know if I made it too low or
I think it's
high.
too it's the sides of the seat are not going to the vanishing point.
Okay.
That's like, so if you were to put like a put your pencil on the vanishing point,
Okay.
and like you can align a straight edge from the vanishing point to the front corner of the chair, of the seat, and you draw a line, you'll see it's going to chop off the back corner,
Okay.
which means you would need to bring the which would like bring the back in, and so the vertical piece that holds the chair back would get narrower.
Okay.
If you want the seat back to stay that width, then if you like from the vanishing point an angle out, starting with the corner, with the back corner, then it's going to come out, like the front of the chair will get much wider.
Okay.
And so what you'll probably have to do is, like, it's going to get much wider. The front like the front edge of the chair, you're going to bring closer to the back so that it doesn't look like it's super deep.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll try that. See
Good.
what happens.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anybody else drawing to see? No. You accidentally got your microphone on. Okay. Well. Okay. So that just that process of like you're working on these in class and you want me to see what you are drawing, then you'll have to activate your camera, show me your drawing, and then I can tell you in real time what you might do to correct your drawing. Oh, and look, here comes Elliot. I'm going to do a little more drawing. What are you doing? Hey. Come on. Yeah. Okay.
Mr. O'Connor?
Yes.
Oh, can you hear me now? Can I show you my thing?
Yes, is that Alina?
Yep.
Okay, good. Glad you're back.
Yeah, if I'm not wearing any like headphones, you can't hear me for some reason. Anyway, there it is.
Let me see.
I feel like it's not tall enough and maybe too wide.
Where are you? Okay, I want to see this. All right, Alina, why isn't it letting me? Just a second here. I'm kind of like. Okay, just a second here. There we go. Oh, there's a kitty cat too, even better. Let's see. Good, so so like the 1-point view, the seat maybe is a little bit too deep, but it looks pretty good. The 1-point, like on my left, the 2-point perspective view, I think the seat is a little too deep. And I can show you.
Okay, are we talking about the finished one or unfinished one?
The finished one.
Okay.
Like it goes too far back in space.
Okay.
So if
it's too wide almost, right?
So basically it makes the chair look too wide. If you bring the edge, if you bring the edge in closer to the viewer a little bit, I think that would fix it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other one I just started, so.
Yeah, that's good. No, this is good. It just needs a little bit of correction. Thank you.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Anyone else? Okay. Well then.
I'm still having trouble with mine.
Okay.
Here, I'll show you. 1 second. So it looks really angled. I don't know if it's that I'm starting it too high near the horizon line, but it just.
Let's see. I can't. Yeah, okay, so your camera's not on. Is that Annie?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
I keep forgetting to hit start video, sorry.
That's okay. Okay, so so I think the shape of that in perspective is good. It's just it's too deep.
What do you mean by that?
By deep meaning it's too far. It goes too far back in space.
Okay.
So I can show you how I would where the problem is on my drawing. But so you've got the front, that edge is closest to you. Yes, that one. So that one's good. And then go back toward as it goes back in space, the back edge of the side of the back. Yeah, bring that closer to the viewer. So come closer to the front edge.
Like here?
Yeah. Yep.
Like there?
Yep. Just somewhere closer to that, so that it doesn't look like it's so wide. Because as you see the depth, it's gonna it's gonna look like it's that it's not as wide.
But should I be putting starting the top of the chair? Should I be starting that lower, below the?
It's a little hard to say because until you have more of the chair drawn.
So is that better?
That is better, but I think you should come even closer. Yeah, just take more off of that back edge of it, or the far edge.
So like that? I mean, that's really rough.
Yes, that is much better. Now it's maybe a little too tall.
Yeah.
So if you want it to be similar in scale to the 1-point drawing, then you would just either maybe drop the top down. leave the bottom edge where it is and just like move the top edge down.
So I already kind of had a line there. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
that's good.
Okay,
So that's
cool.
pretty good. Yeah. So
Awesome.
yeah, that's better.
Thanks.
You are welcome. Okay. One, two. Okay, just a second here. Okay. So,
Can I ask a quick question?
sure.
I'm trying to draw from the 2-point perspective on the angle, starting on the left side.
Mm.
And as I'm trying to draw the top back part of the seat,
Yeah.
it comes out a little bit, but how do you make it so that it looks, here, I'll see if I can show you.
So that
One
it looks
second.
curved.
Yeah, but where do you draw the line on the corner? Do you still draw it? Or does it disappear?
Well, there's so if I curve it, like if you look at the picture, you can see the back corner rounds off. And so like what I did, like with mine, like so like you're talking about this area back here, right?
No, the top part.
Top part. Okay, so yeah, that curve right there.
Yeah, I'll see if I can show you.
Okay.
Can you see my camera or no?
I cannot. Let me stop the sharing of my iPad. Oh, there we go. Okay.
And I don't know if that helps at
Yeah,
all.
yes, it does.
Whoa. Okay, so this tiny little corner here.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Do you draw the line like to connect this front part here back at all?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So let me thank you. That's helpful to see what it is you are, what you mean. Okay. So like this bit up here. Let me do a more of a focus drawing there. Okay. So like if you have the seat back, which is a rectangle, and then to draw it without its curve, you could draw it like it's kind of like a flat rectangular box. that. And you can see from the photo that it's got some, there's some thickness to the frame. And really, so if I were to draw it without the caning on it, it would look kind of like that, without any, like, rounding. And so then I can round it a little bit, and it's going to trim the corner. It would take this sharp edge off there. Like that. So
Okay, that helped.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, it is. It's yeah, I think it's from sometimes from photographs it can be hard to see exactly what it is, and also the caning obscures the structure that you see underneath it, and so that would be so like what you see this like. And you kind of like, you can see through it to see that there's this like surface back here. And really, like if you see like the little holes through it, and you can see space around it. You get the yeah, that's and it is like there's so like like looking at it, you can see that there's a frame. It's kind of like it's sort of like the caning goes underneath. So there's like a space where it gets like that. It's like this is almost like an outer frame on it. If I'm going to bother to try to draw all those little openings in the caning, then I'm going to have to just slow my roll a little bit and just be a little more careful. And try to create some kind of facsimile of what I'm looking at. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah. So, we will get into the I want to get into some of the marker next week, but if I take, if you find that like drawing with pencil is hard to draw something like that glossy black, it's because the pencil won't make it that dark, and it's also kind of hard to make it as solid as as the black is. If you combine marker with that, like this is just like a really light gray marker. This is an N1, but combined with the soft pencil, it's kind of making it solid. It would kind of like, this is the marker's liquid, and it just kind of like suspends the pencil in the liquid, and then it dries, and then you get something that looks like a more solid surface. Like that. I'm going to leave little highlights so that I can get the appearance of that. There's like a little bit of gloss to the surface. There, when you're drawing this, especially like I started this with pencil and just threw some marker on it. If I want to have this like, what looks like a highlight reflection on the corner, I just need to leave the paper showing, and just don't fill it in.
If you were to add in like the hatch for the seating, or
Yeah.
sorry, I don't know for it, would you go in the direction of the vanishing lines or vanishing points?
Yeah, so like here, the angle here, it's like, it looks like those openings in the caning all go parallel to the edge of the frame. So yes, these would all go to the vanishing point.
Okay.
And so here's something like, you'll see the advantage of having like a gray marker, as I can make them lighter. Like I see like a wall or like a photo backdrop behind it. So I see this kind of gray through it. Oh, well, I guess I should have just erased it completely before I put that down. I can't really see. Also see that you can't mail keeps wanting to pop up on me. Stop it. Good. I might just like shade that a little. That, yeah, something like what I just did there, even if it's not 100% accurate, might allow me to create the appearance. Like really, it's more like I'm trying to suggest that caning on that, like for this, which is really takes the place of upholstery. I guess it is upholstery in its own way. Yeah. There. Okay. All right. So I think, are there any other questions for me?
So for next week, we will need the gray markers, I figure. Are there any other materials that we should get for next week's class?
Same, other than the gray marker, it's the same. So you'll need paper, pencil, eraser,
Okay,
and then the gray marker.
okay,
And
cool, thanks.
that is that'll be enough. So for you know, tonight in the discussion board, I'll double check and make sure. Let's double check and make sure we are. There we go. Great. So I see a bunch of. All right. So here in the discussion board for the assignment 1 forms and perspective. Great. And then here we have some other stuff already posted in the. Oh, that's old. So yeah. So here, good. If you've got drawings to post, here are assignments. Good, great. That's good, and we will see them. This is, hope that is yours. Good, cool, and then there's the drawings. There. Wonderful. So yeah, you've got just, if you haven't done it yet, go to the discussion board, open that up, create a thread for yourself, put your name on it. Got pictures, you click that little plus sign right there and you can download or you can upload pictures from or like a PDF. You know, PDFs are convenient, and they would just appear in the body of this text field. Then you would submit that. I'm going to cancel. Okay. And I see. Thank you, Hope. All right, so one final thing. I asked Hope to remind me. In the past, the last several years, I have been the get this to me. I'm going to no, actually, I'm going to just no, gosh darn it. Anyway, I'm going to have to change the layout there. That'll do just fine. I've been the advisor, the faculty advisor to the Interior Design Club with the without having campus events or being able to go out and do things. We haven't had it, but I would like to. I created a sort of like a designer presentation last fall with my friend Krista Yarbrough, who is always great to hear from. But I would like to try to get some more online events going for the interior design club, so that we can actually have a little bit of stuff going on. I know some of you have been to either interior design club events, or you're aware of it. So if you have, I guess, if you're interested in being involved with either like what we do, or if you've got ideas for, like, it would be nice to see somebody give a presentation about a specific aspect of interior design. We have the interior design department at Harper has an association with the National Kitchen and Bath Association. We offer a certificate in kitchen and bath design, and we have specific courses in it. And the National Kitchen and Bath Association has a Chicago Midwest region chapter that we have been involved with, where we would go to their events, where they have at different showrooms. All that stuff has been pushed online. Because Harper has a long association with NKBA, student membership in the interior design in the National Kitchen and Bath Association doesn't cost you anything. So I'm going to put up a link to the NKBA's website, so that you can join. So you can join that as a student member, and I will also send a link of the Midwest chapter's website, which is separate, so you can see what's going on with their events. And once we get back to doing things in person, then I would like to be able to go back to going to events. It's a nice thing to be involved in. You meet people, and you often find I've had students get internships and even jobs from their association with NKBA. So does that sound? I know. Hope you're interested. Anyone else? Does it sound like something you would be interested in?
Definitely.
Yes.
Yes.
Fair.
Yes.
Good. Well, good. So if you have ideas I think I might I'm going to create another Blackboard, like a discussion board section where you could, for ideas. I'm going to do that as soon as we stop this our class meeting, which will be in a few seconds here. Good. So Hope, thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
So hard. I mean, once I start teaching, I forget everything else. So, but the kitchen, the NKBA, is nice to get. If especially if you're interested in kitchen and bath design, it's a very good organization to be a part of. And other interior design events, we've gone to. When we can, we've gone to different showrooms. It was 2 years ago. We took a group. We did a field trip to Gensler, downtown in Chicago, to see their offices and talk to one of their interior designers who gave us a tour to see what they do in a big commercial firm like that. We can't do some of those. We can't do those events right now, but we're going to find. I can invite someone to do a talk with us, and someone to speak about some specific aspect of interior design. Okay.
Sounds good.
Great. Thanks.
Good. Yes. And doing
Perfect.
things online it's nice that we can still do some things online. I hope that if, it's hard for me to know exactly, it's a lot easier for me to know that you understand or don't understand something if we're like, in class and I can see you working. So it's helpful for me, to see if you show me your drawings in class, I can tell you, pretty quickly how to correct it. We will do the best we can with this. If you are shy about letting everybody see your work, I can create a breakout session where it's just me and you. That way you don't have to
Excuse me,
look
Duffy.
at my terrible drawing.
Did you want us to talk about like times or like days and times that would be good for ID club meetings?
Yes. Yeah, so evenings would work well, but I'd actually be interested to know if there are daytimes that work, because sometimes I think evenings are probably better.
I'm sorry for interrupting. Before, they all used to be on Wednesdays from like 1 to 3, and I could never make it to 1. If you make it in the evening, especially if it's on Zoom or whatever, that would be really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, evenings are good for me too. They're better for me.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them, with some of the, like when we had people coming to talk on campus, with some people, if like, it was easier to get them during the daytime because they were at work, and they would say like, well, yeah, I can come by. Evenings were always harder for visitors, like for guest speakers. Now it's a lot easier because, most people are just all working out. Right, so evenings it is. We'll find some evenings where, as many people as possible are available, and it's it's always the way it always goes is that it's always like there will always be some people for whom it doesn't work because everybody doesn't have the same schedule.